All right, good morning, folks. It's time to talk antiques once again. We all rared up and ready to go here this morning. We're going to talk about our Hollywood star over there on the far corner.
No doubt.
Appearing on national TV like that.
It's nice he could.
That was a good show. Yes, it was.
It's nice he could fly back from L.A. to be on our local show. You know.
We all need to get him to get some 8x10 glossy pictures, though, and autograph them, because there ain't no telling what he's going to be worth. He's already worth a lot, but...
I've got a lot of pictures, but I just don't have... I think I'm going to get him to sign the one I've got with him in his cowboy suit they showed on this. On
yeah,
the show.
okay.
He has one of those.
Yeah, but I need one signed. I have the picture.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get you the autograph.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did search for his autograph on eBay before, and I didn't find anything. It's one of those it's one of those that are so rare that there's just none being sold.
That means there was more, aren't they?
So somebody, John Hirschman asked me, he said, I need you to sign something for, I need your autograph. I said, well, I'll sign you one for free, and if anybody else wants one, it'll be about 2 cents.
2 cents? I can scrape that
A 2 cent
up.
autograph.
Daniel will be wanting one, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I tried.
They ought to call me.
yeah.
I tried
Did he?
real
So he
hard.
watched the show.
Yeah, he watched it.
So did you watch it, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Ronnie did, and I know Philip did. So, what part did you like? Was there any
Well,
particular
hey,
piece?
for people who don't know, why don't you
go
tell
ahead.
them what happened?
No, why don't you tell them?
I thought you and Brian done a professional job.
Well,
I tell you
thank
what,
you.
Brian was really good,
Brian
wasn't
was
he?
good.
I was saying-
Just like he had been on doing it all his life.
Yeah.
David and his son were on.
Sideline job.
Yeah.
Well, he made very well, he made it, put him on the pickers there.
There you go. Well, so for people that don't know, David and his son Brian were on American Pickers Monday night, and I'm sure it'll rerun a bunch of times. And you can go to his Facebook page, and he's even got a link where you can watch it there.
No.
And they gave him almost the last half of the show.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it ran over, didn't it?
It seemed like it did, but I didn't.
According to our clock, it ran over.
He
about
did
4
run
minutes.
into another show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they always save the best for last.
Yeah, you know what? Believe it or not, Ronnie, that's exactly what Nancy said before the show come on. I said, Nancy, that ain't right.
That's right.
And so when I seen the custom hot rod guy,
Yeah.
he had a couple really neat
That
cars.
was a cool
Did you watch
wooden
the show?
hot rod car.
I've got it recorded.
Okay.
It's on my
But anyway,
DVR.
what about that
Okay.
wooden?
That wooden hot
We'll
rod
buy that.
car was
That
incredible.
wooden hot rod car was something else, wasn't it?
Yes, that was amazing.
But I tell you something. I'm almost about like Mike. I'd love to have that car that they made the back end almost look like an Auburn or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that was-
I
You
mean,
know, they took the hood of a truck or a car. No, it was a car, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
put it on the back, so it
Right.
made it look like a boat tail racer.
Yeah. It was
yeah,
very
that guy
cool.
really done a lot of work on those cars.
That guy was.
It was his
He was
father.
sharp, wasn't he?
Very.
He had vision.
Yes, he
But
really did.
We're talking about the guy that, and I like what his son said. He said anybody can make them run and paint them.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's what-
his son just should have followed through and kind
Well,
of,
just
repair
different
them.
strokes. That's what my grandfather, Sam Keel, who lived here in town for forever, he was building a jet pontoon boat
Now, I'm going to
when
tell
he
you
passed
something.
away.
Really?
And
about Sam.
he intended to go down the Tennessee River all the way to the Gulf of Mexico and just live off his boat and fish and sell fish for gas.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. For people that don't know, your grandfather,
He could
was a
build-
sharp guy,
he
but
could-
he could build anything he wanted to.
But
Yes, that's what I
he
was
was a
gonna
real
say.
well digger, wasn't he?
Oh,
Matter of fact,
yes.
didn't he make some of his own equipment that he dug wells with?
He
made
made
all of
his
his
own
own
trencher. He made his
well
own
digging
well
machines.
digging.
Also, you know him
Well,
too.
oh yeah, yeah. I love it. He took me for a ride in his truck when I was. See, I mean, I was
Yeah.
a little bitty, but I loved that guy.
So what? Let's hear about the boat. We can always talk about the other show. You got me interested.
My granddaddy he wanted a jet pontoon boat so that he could go in shallower water. So that was the plan on it. And my grandmother was terrified of the water. Was the only trade off of that. But he didn't get it finished before he passed away.
So what was going to propel the thing?
Well, I mean, it had jet boat engines. I mean, twin engins.
Where did he
even.
find 2 jet boat engines?
I don't
So
know.
they're real like racing boat engines.
Yeah, exactly.
You still have them?
No, my grandmother sold the boat after he died. So.
I sure wished you did.
I just can't picture a jet boat motor on a pontoon boat. Can you imagine that thing? You
Twin.
could probably
Twin jet boat
you wouldn't need no
motors.
water.
Could you hold it down?
He said
Well,
that it
heck,
would.
you could run on grass, wet grass.
He said it would go in 12 inches of water, fully loaded, and he had built a couple of campers, pull behind truck kind of campers. So it was the same kind of design as that, and he had all kinds of things so you could drop traps and crank them back up and stuff like that. I mean, he designed
So
the whole
how
thing.
big was this pontoon boat?
Oh, man, I'd say it was probably about 30 feet from one
Did
end
it
of
have
the
a
pontoon
cabin
to
so
the
you'd
other.
have a sleeping
Oh
part?
yeah. He intended to live in it for
Huh. So how old was your grandpa when he passed away?
He's 50 years older than me. He was like 86, I believe,
When he passed away?
or 84. 84. Yeah.
So
How long has he been dead, Philip?
Well, that'd be 10 years. 12 years. 12 years.
12
Yeah.
years?
so
48?
had he already quit doing the well digging part?
Yeah, he stopped drilling wells in about 2000. So if you had a well drilled in Coffee County or pretty much anywhere in the surrounding area from like 1950 until 2000, there's a really good chance that my grandfather
The only
did it.
two people I knew that dug wells was him
And Frank Jacobs?
and Frank Jacobs, but there was one other guy out on the
Coy Landers?
Ragsdale Road, Ronnie. That had that twin boys. Didn't he dig wells?
No,
too?
Troy Blackburn put in septic tanks.
Not Blackburn.
Who are you talking?
The
I don't know.
guy, he had two twin boys.
Baker?
Yeah, didn't Mr. Baker drill wells too?
I never knew of him too.
I was thinking, did he?
He may have, but I knew.
I was thinking Mr. Baker drill
I never
wells
knew
too.
of it.
So did he have that boat pretty well completed? Had the motors and everything on it, and had already test running it, and
It would start but it had never been in the water, and he was working on the interior mostly. All the hydraulic lines had been ran, all the electrical lines had been run, stuff like
he
that.
must have had a heck of a shop.
He had an incredible shop, and that's what my grandmother sold all the great equipment that was
Good
there.
Lord. Been
That's
nice,
how he was able to build a well digging
yeah.
machine.
been nice if you still had
He had his own lathe, and he would make his own sprockets and everything. I mean, down to
Just for the heck of it,
Yeah.
let's go to our Mr. eBay
yeah.
and ask him how much a used well digging machine's worth.
Let's see. Well, you can get. Well, these are pretty rough and old. There we
Yeah,
go. Well, $20,000 for
Yeah.
one that you would pull on a trailer.
Yeah. What about that old white truck one?
No, you don't
White
want to
truck.
drive something that'll dig a deep hole.
Rig, auger, midweller. That's
And then pump it.
5,500 with 84 bids.
Yeah. Well, what about the blue one? It looks like it's pretty.
That's a really old one, 1950s truck. 14,500 with 85 bids.
Yeah.
The one that sold for $4,000 looks for what he did. He sold one. Gosh, I couldn't tell you. I don't really have any idea how much he sold one of his for. But he like I say, he built his own, and they were so much more powerful than anything he could buy. And he figured if he was going to spend that much money, he might as well do it the way that he wanted it.
So he figured the gear ratio and everything out,
Yeah,
didn't he?
he is.
So now let's just go to jet boat engines.
Oh, okay.
I know we're sidetracked from the show we did, but we got plenty of time to talk about the show.
Okay. Jet boat engine, Green Power Chevy, 8,000.
Yeah, but that's not
100.
a jet engine though. That's he actually had a jet engine, right?
Yeah.
Right? Do you see a jet engine?
No.
Well, just do jet engine then. See if you.
Well, it's not going to be like a
No, just do jet engine.
Here we go.
Okay, you found one?
twin engine Yamaha jet. No, this is just the steering system.
Yeah.
375.
Yeah. Just do jet engine. See what happens. Never know what might pop up. You know, I remember when they put some on a car.
Oh yeah. And they would run them out there in
Yeah.
the desert.
Jet engine, a Fairchild F44 running engine, turnkey, $15,000. I mean, that's more what it looked like.
There you go. How much is that?
10,500.
That's a turbine. I bet his was a
A
turbine.
Boeing gas turbine jet engine. I was
Well, that was $10,000.
I was in college when he was building it, and I would come down and get amazed by it. But he would run off so much list of details that
He had
I
to
didn't know.
have found them surplus somewhere.
Oh no, they were brand new.
Really?
And he.
But I
he
mean,
was,
they could have still bought them surplus brand new, like military.
okay, everything was stainless steel inside. I mean, he was doing it upright. So,
Well,
all right. Well, let's jump over to you, Dave. And
okay. So
how bad did you rip off the guys?
Oh, you know I didn't. I didn't do that. So Ray, what part did you like? I'm changing that ripping off stuff.
I was watching that part too. They was come out ahead, and I heard you come out ahead. I'm not sure who come out ahead.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think about the artillery side of the gun?
The gun sight.
That was
The
pretty
gun
good.
side.
You know what? Let me tell you about that sight. You know, I used to
That was
trade
the
with this
funny
old
part. I
man
like
down at
that.
Murfreesboro.
Mr. Ed, I was
Well, not Mr. Ed though. You
with
remember
the other guy on down the road.
Uncle whatever.
They had the big
Had
mansion.
Mr. Ed and Uncle somebody.
Yeah, had the big mansion
Yes.
down there in the warehouse.
Yeah, across the street he had that old house. And listen, he had so much stuff. This old man
Oh
did.
God, he was
That
unbelievable.
when I found that site and I found a Buddy L dump truck from the same guy,
Yeah.
it was just laying in the floor. That's how much stuff he had.
Good.
Now, talking about would the pickers like to pick him, they would have loved it because
Oh, God.
he had stuff just you have to step over it. I mean, when you're talking about a dump truck worth $1,000 just laying in the floor, or that gun sight, you seen how much it brought?
Yeah.
It's laying in the floor.
And you know that in the basement of that house, I mean, it used to be really extravagant at one
Yeah,
time.
remember, he was the one that had all those Regina music boxes, and and if people's not familiar with him, I mean, he didn't have one Regina music box. He had,
had
40
several.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know a Regina music box.
Just Google. I mean, go ahead and hit Mr.
I
eBay.
was watching
or
it.
do Regina music box.
I was watching American Pickers a night or two before your show,
Yeah.
and they had a picking on the group chief
Yeah,
shrimp.
right ones.
Oh yeah. Were
Yeah,
they?
like
Was he
those.
at their house?
He was at their warehouse, and this guy who was in charge of the show, well, he was the lead guitarist. In this warehouse, he had 2,000 guitars that looked like they just was made.
Wow.
Good God.
And they'd all been used on tour that he had purchased and been given to him. And I've never seen the like. But anyway, a tour jacket he showed, and it brought, I believe it was $750, something like that.
So the guitars, how was he storing
Hey,
them?
I had a tour jacket just like it.
I know. How were they storing those guitars? Were they on racks? Or?
They were on some kind of a rack in a big, what would you call it? Like you carry your instruments in on tour. That's what it was.
yeah.
Big old cases.
So what do they call it? Those packing boxes?
road
where they-
cases.
Road cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, he had everything they'd ever used on tour. And I mean, he had warehouses full of it.
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to talk about a little bit about Regina music boxes here in a minute, and we're going to talk about the gun sights, and then we're going to talk about some more what y'all thought you liked about that show.
Yeah, I have a couple other things that I like to
Okay.
talk about.
And I'm going to remind me to tell you about this lady called me. She's got 3,000 toys.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's take a break. You want to?
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
All right, folks, we're back with Let's Talk Antiques, so I'll turn it over to you, Ronnie.
All right. Well, when we left,
I'll try not to hit
you try not to hit me with it. Philip was looking us up.
Regina music boxes.
And
So what have you found out?
Philip?
So I know what a Regina music box is now.
Well, tell people what it is.
It looks, oh gosh.
It almost looks like a Victrola with a metal.
It looks like a Victrola with a metal record, but it's a music box, as in it's got little holes in the disc. So you know how you crank up a music box and it's got holes or little dimples, and it plays the different notes for you.
It has the little things that scratched all the.
So that's what it is. So it's a music box that you can swap out different songs on.
Right.
And it's as big as a Victrola.
Yeah. And they had the table models, which that one is.
Yeah.
And they also had the floor models, but they also had the kind that they put in like bars and restaurants and stuff.
Oh, really?
Before the jukeboxes. And you'd put a coin in it, and it would play a song.
Okay. Now, which makes me ask, what was it we were talking about that brought up Regina music boxes, Dave?
a friend's house in
Oh, okay. All right. The guy with the gun sights.
You know what, Ronnie?
Okay,
he just did something that makes me feel good. He's got the young mind, and we have to remind him.
Yeah.
Well, I've been searching.
So I do
for
the
so many
same thing,
things,
but
and I was like,
I always
now,
blame
why
it on
were
me
we
being
looking at this?
67.
I do too. Yeah. I call it senior moments.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, these are nice. I like this.
So let's tell people some of the music boxes from the prices. Now these are all table models.
All right. Here's a signed one, signed by Miramon Ferez, who I guess is somebody who worked on them. $4,150 with 9 bids.
Yeah. There's a coin operated one.
A 1 cent coin operated, 15.5-inch disc, Regina Oak music box with matching stand. $3,350 with 5 bids on it with $400 shipping too.
Yeah, but that's nice to be able to have a coin operated Regina.
That is pretty nice. Antique Regina mahogany music box, circa 1900. They were asking $4,000 and took a best offer on that. It was somewhere around above 3,300. Here's the one we were looking at before, was an 1896 Regina with 20 discs for $3,300 with free shipping to buy it now. That's the tabletop.
They sound good too.
Well,
they really do.
Here's a Symphonium disc music box, like a Regina, with 18 discs. That went for $3,000 as a buy it now. Here's a Regina Oak disc music box with original 1899 bill of sale. They were asking for $2,750 and took a best offer, and they're really pretty. When you open them up, they've all got some kind of artwork on the inside lid, and some of them have felt. Looks like inside and stuff.
Click on that one that had the bill of sale. Let's see. That one brought how much?
Well, they were asking $2,750 and took a best offer.
Yeah, so it had to bring more than 1,800.
Yeah.
Let's just see how much the bill of sale said the thing cost. If it shows
yeah.
the bill of sale,
Let's see if we can find that.
you click on that picture and it ought to have a picture of the bill of sale. Just for curiosity. No, if you click on the main picture, it'll bring up more.
No, that's all in there.
You sure?
I think so.
What's that right there?
There
Sure.
you go.
How much was
Let's
it?
see, let me try to see if we can learn. Sold to Mrs. C. Lane, May 19th, 1899. One large Regina music box in consideration of $20 in cash.
In 1899.
That's a lot of money. And you talking about fancy penmanship. So what else does it say there? It says something else right there. Received May.
I think she made payments on it.
Oh,
I think
okay.
she
Well, $5 at a time.
$5, and $10.
I'll be
to
done.
Ain't
pay
that
off
interesting? And you say fancy penmanship, and you really could read the writing back then because they taught penmanship in school.
Is it true? Somebody told me that they don't teach cursive writing now. Is that true?
That's true.
It is.
My kids have learned cursive
Yeah, but I
writing.
mean, in school, do they teach
yeah,
you?
yeah,
They do? Okay.
They still do, but they don't.
It's not as big an
It's
emphasis
not as
as it
big an
used to
emphasis
be.
as it used to
So,
be. Yeah.
so I used to know this guy.
In Coffee County, at least, you
that
still
was
learn.
Is it still here in Coffee County?
Yeah, in Coffee County.
Somebody told me it wasn't. That's the reason I didn't know for sure.
So I used to know this guy that was an engineer out the base. He was an aeronautical engineer. You know, he never wrote in cursive.
Yeah.
I write in all caps for
Most
4
time-
years of drafting
Well,
in
no,
high
I
school.
don't do
Just-
that, but most of the time I print.
Print.
Yeah.
Well, I've always
I
signed my
read
name in
my
cursive.
print.
What do you do, Mr.
No, I sign
Producer?
my name in cursive.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I sign my
Do you?
But
Well, what about when you're writing something? Do you?
if I write a paper, I
You
would prefer
print?
Print. Yeah.
Really?
People can read it better when I print.
Well, maybe that's why they do it, because I used to be really neat when I would write. I guess as I've got older, I got sloppier, but
Oh yeah,
but I always
I've
wrote
seen
in
your
cursive.
I've seen your neatness.
Well, right here, this bill of sale was wrote
I
in
always
cursive.
have. I've never printed.
I
Very
think
little.
people need to learn
That's
to
fine.
write in cursive.
I had 4 years of drafting in high school and the engineering
No.
kind of thing, and they just beat the cursive out of you.
Maybe that's why you just said a key word there, engineer. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why he never done cursive writing.
Going back
You
to
have to
the
write really clear so people can understand drawings. So.
yeah, going back to the show here, and they probably did, but what got me is when they were looking at the radio station sign.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, well, here comes the radio station. We're gonna see.
They looked at the radio station and they said at the, I have WMSR's original radio station from '57 all the way up to in the '80s. So I have it set up everything but the transmitter.
Oh, and it's nice.
So if you give me a hard time, I might start transmitting.
Looks like you're sitting in a radio station.
But anyway,
I thought that was probably coming up next, really.
yeah. But anyway, so the sign. Let's talk about that sign, and then we're going to talk about
Yeah.
the gun sight.
Okay.
But because the gun sight was one of the things that was that we found at Murfreesboro. But the radio station sign. So I bought that a long time ago from a guy. He was a picker. And I don't remember how much I give for it. How much did I sell it for?
Hang on, let me look. Let's see. Radio station sign, $200.
Okay. So I probably didn't. I probably didn't make a lot of money on that. Obviously, you can't make a lot at $200, but
No.
it was just a painted sign, and it was an AM station. Come to find out, this guy stopped in a restaurant one morning, and he pointed to that sign because I had it in a restaurant for about 5 years, and I had it in the warehouse for about 15. But he pointed to it and said, "That is where I live. That radio station is where I live in Georgia." So it was from Georgia. Now, here's the kicker on this. So this guy contacted me yesterday. He's down in Florida.
Yeah.
Okay?
Huh?
His grandpa worked at that radio station.
Oh, he did?
And he's seen the show, and he was trying to call the pickers up in Nashville because he wanted to buy that
That's
radio
what I was
sign.
fixing to say.
They sold that sign 2 weeks ago.
Oh, hey.
But you know what he told me about that? He said when he'd call the store, that they don't actually answer the store number, that it goes into like an answering service.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Well,
you
they
leave a
probably
message.
did something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've called them before.
Did you have to leave a
That-
message?
Yes, I left a message.
Did they call you back?
No. I got an email. I did get
Well,
it.
as long as you got an email.
Man, I think I gave it to you. As a matter of
Did you get a
fact.
cease and desist letter?
No. I didn't. I wasn't
Okay.
obsessive.
So,
compulsive
so
about
that's
Let's say
that's
that.
one thing that's happened since this show, and then we're going to get to that gun site. You hang on to that.
All right.
So, and then this lady calls up to the restaurant, and they leave the number. Of course, she calls. I call her. She's up on the other side of Nashville. She had a museum, and she had 3,000 toys that she wanted
Thousand,
to
you
sell.
said now, right?
She would
Oh,
sell you.
there's 20%.
Yeah, she bought these toys at a museum up in Kentucky, and they actually had a museum in somewhere on above Nashville.
So that tells you they're probably museum quality. Maybe not.
But anyway, they had a little museum and some other stuff going on. They have a 100-acre Centennial Farm.
Oh, okay.
So her husband's family owned it for over 100 years. If anybody's not familiar with Centennial Farm,
Yeah, I think
So-
we have 14 around here.
is that what it is?
I believe that. We used to.
Well, you used to know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I used to have that off the top of my
she had one of the guys on the Channel 8, the what's that, Roadshow, Antique Roadshow.
Yeah.
One of those appraisers that appraises toys came by, and she paid him, of course, to appraise those toys, and they was appraised at $257,000 or $67,000. And she said,
Surely God, she don't think she's going to get that out of
she
it.
said, I would consider $125,000. That's what we need.
I would probably consider it.
So, but you know what? I did the math on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so think about this.
3,000.
If she's got 3,000 toys, that roughly puts you in at $41 a toy.
Depending on
Now, and she has a lot of wind-ups and a lot of Disney wind-ups. The older stuff, like the Popeye, the Mickey Mouse.
Where are you going?
So I'm thinking, like you take some, like my one car I wanted $1,500. That car will bring. If he would have offered me 12 or 1,000 in that range, I would have sold it. But I gave 7 for it. But that was a long time ago.
Right.
So now those things are bringing from $1,500 to $2,500. Talking about the car that I had.
Yeah.
So that's a wind-up car.
Right.
It's a 1939 Marks reversible. So they got all kinds of wind-up toys. So at $41 average a toy, it might be worth a go look.
Yeah, when
to
are you
see.
planning on going?
I don't know. We might have to make a road trip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I think so, too.
we do this
Hey,
on the
and
road show.
By the way, if we're thinking about on the road show,
Oh, you could film it.
can you pack your lunch? You have to go with us. If we actually take the show on the road to go look at that.
All right, I can bring a sack lunch.
All right, so
There you go.
so with that, it'll be a Jiffy Burger sack lunch,
gonna
just to
say,
let
we
you
can
know.
have you
Yeah.
Yeah,
package
she'll
lunch.
Jiffy Burger fix us a sack lunch. Okay, with that. Oh, by the way, Brian sent me a text and said, you know what? They didn't show half the stuff. They probably didn't show a third of it
Oh, no, no,
because
no.
there's about 11 items.
I
in it,
know a
something
lot
like
of
that.
stuff they missed.
I think that's what it was. But anyway, we got to take a break, right?
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
Hey everybody, we're back with Talking Antiques, and the number here is 728-1320.
All right, folks, we're back, and that was old Max. He's at it still.
He's having a max attack.
Max attack.
Now, when we left, David was gonna clue us in a little more here on why we couldn't get everything in,
Well,
and it's for obvious reason too.
well, you know, they were there. There was 14 of them there for over 11 hours altogether.
How many cameras were running around?
Either 2 or 3. I mean, there's a bunch of cameras. But anyway, how many items? Count them items.
12.
12 items they actually bought. How many did they show them? The show that they ate?
They didn't say they
Was it like 4 or 5?
Yes.
I'm going to run through and see. 1, 2,
Yeah. See what you do.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did they show the antifreeze can?
No.
Okay,
Now,
so
they
7.
showed him holding his lunchbox, but
Yeah.
they didn't show him buy it.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
yeah.
I never heard
$35.
They're about. So
Okay.
that was
My bad.
7 out of 12.
So see, that's 7, and they really walked through them pretty fast, except when we got to the Scooter Davis, and then when we got to
the ones you
tether
haggled
cars.
over the
Yeah.
tether cars and the radio
Yeah.
station sign
Yeah.
and stuff.
I think the cowboy stuff kind of overwhelmed me.
Well, and one thing that they didn't show that I sold them was a Tex Ritter driver's license. The last year that Tex Ritter was alive, and anybody that knows Tex Ritter, you know, he was not only Grand Ole Opry, but he was also a cowboy star, a singing cowboy star. I sold them Tex Ritter's driver's license and they called it an ice cream card. In the 30s and 40s, you could go buy ice cream and you get this. You pull the tab off and you send these 3 tabs in, and plus a dime or a nickel, whatever it was, and they send you back a picture, which is called an ice cream picture.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I sold him that picture that I had of him that was not in really good shape, but good enough. And the driver's license for $500, didn't it?
Yep, that's what you got here.
And so you just
I got on eBay and searched authentic driver's license, and the only one that came up was John Snyder, who was Bo Duke. And this was 1980 his Georgia driver's license.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing him.
And it went for $485.
well, it looks
Well,
like
it was the best offer. Yeah, actually,
Got a line
he didn't
to it.
quite get $485.
No.
But I would assume Tex Ritter's driver's
Well, we
license.
know they got
was-
more
Well, it was the last year.
Bo Duke.
And let me tell you something. So, and they're pretty smart, and I'll tell you why. I had the license there. I mean, it was a Tennessee driver's license. And it actually said Tex Ritter. And of course, you know what his real
yeah,
name
I've seen it.
Right. Anyway, Tex Ritter's the only thing I always knew growing up. But so they had the means that they could verify that was a real driver's license, you know. So they verified it before they would buy it.
Oh.
And so do Tex Ritter. Well, you got
Here's another boxing legend.
Oh, Joe Frazier's
Joe
license.
Frazier's Pennsylvania driver's license.
$600.
$600 was that one.
See if you find. There's another one.
Mickey Cochran's driver's license. They were asking $495. Took the best offer. That was 1965, I think was that one.
Keep going. I believe you're gonna find some more driver's license.
A lot of driver's license machines.
There you go. That's it.
Now,
Keep
that's what
going.
we needed, is the machine.
Yeah. We'd be in jail.
But now, I mean...
You ever heard that old song, Will You Visit Me on Sunday?
I mean, it's just a card printer, though. You know I can make that. David saw some of it. There's not much more I
Any more driver's license? There's one.
No, these
That's
are
a
these
James.
are, these
There's
are
Elvis.
props.
What's Elvis
Oh,
Presley?
props.
Yeah,
That's a
we're
James
down.
Bond.
We're down to $23,
Yeah,
so
okay.
I don't think we're gonna
Yeah,
run
we're
Is
across
that a prop
one.
too?
Vintage Art Deco antique driver's license vehicle registration holder.
Holder,
It's
okay.
just a picture off the picture.
Okay, so real quick, do Tex Ritter. Let's just see what, I told you the two items that I sold for $500, so let's see what.
Okay, now it says, while he's doing that, it says Mike Wolf has been fishing since he was 8 years old. And he has a particular interest in antique motorcycles, air-cooled Volkswagens, old bicycles, penny farthings. How can you tell us what the penny farthing
That's
is?
the high wheel bike.
For those that don't know, yeah.
High wheel bike.
Yeah, we done our little show with him. Okay. While Fritz has a fondness for antique toys, oil cans, and old Hondas.
You didn't get your Honda?
Says they purchased old advertisements and commercial signage, film posters, a rare 15-gallon visible gasoline pump. That'd be a gravity flow. And
That
a
is rare because I've got the 5s and I've got 1 5 and I got several 10-gallon gravity flows, but I've never seen
You
a
don't have a
15-gallon.
15?
I've never seen one. Evidently, it must be rare.
There you go.
wow.
But there's probably a lot I hadn't seen. And I picked a long time.
Yeah.
That's
But
interesting.
anyway, I thought,
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, they may have
let me
picked
tell you
up
something about
something
what he
along
did.
those lines.
When he was a kid, what he was doing, taking bicycles apart, he figured out if you take them apart, you can sell them for more if you fix them out. Right? He's sharp. The guy's
he was
sharp.
smart. Hmm?
And I'm going to tell you something. The man really is sharp because he's investing in commercial real estate and that kind of stuff. He owns a lot of property in Tennessee, different places. Just from talking to him.
Right.
I don't see any. Well, here's.
You ain't going to find no Tex Ritter
There's not
driver
much.
license.
Tex Ritter and
What's the high
Rita
speed?
Casino, $115. It's a 1937
The lobby car.
autographed lobby car. Not certified or anything. And then there's some records. There's no other autographs on here.
Cowboy comic book.
Yeah, comic books going for $100. A couple of those, $90, $80 for a 16 millimeter black and white copy of Take Me Back to Oklahoma.
Yeah, he was a singing cowboy star, but they didn't renew his contract.
I wonder why.
I don't know. So I guess he went back to the
I think
Grand
he was
Ole
just
Opry.
real mean.
I doubt that.
I don't know why they didn't.
No, I don't think so.
But it looks like there's another lobby card.
Yeah, so it's just things.
So
it's not-
that look, that's the only driver license he had for that. That was the year that he passed away too. So that's probably a real valuable piece. I'd say Mike could probably get 1,000, 1,500 out of it.
There's not any autographs on here at all. That's kind
I'm
of
sure that
strange.
he'll probably frame it up, have the driver's license and that lobby, that ice cream card framed up together or something. Or have it displayed that way where somebody could buy it and frame it up. What's that right there? Lady.
Iris Meredith, vintage 1937 B movie. She starred with Tex Ritter.
Oh, okay.
This is the thing.
It brought 123 born Tex Ritter.
It did. All right, well, tell me about the gun sight, David.
Well, the gun sight was on an anti-aircraft gun.
Right.
And so how much did you say I got out of that? You had the figure.
See, did you sell that? I didn't think you
Yeah, I
sold
sold
it.
the gun sight.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I sold it to Mike. Wasn't it 350?
That's what I was
350.
thinking.
350 gun
So,
sight. Okay.
so what did the one on eBay bring?
Well, I messed up my thing again, I think.
Right there it is.
Sold there. 320. So,
So I've got
made a couple
pretty
of bucks
decent.
on that.
I mean, compared to if I'd have put it on eBay.
Yeah.
Brian wants me to say this, but I don't know if I ought to say it or not. I think I'm not going to say it, Brian. That one question you asked me.
Okay. What about the Chicago Motor Club sign?
Yeah. Hey, Frank, I had that Sultan, before we get to that, I had a Sultan fortune teller. You put the quarter in
Oh,
it
yeah,
to tell your fortune.
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I trade that off. Imagine that.
Oh, yeah, imagine that.
But anyway, so Frank puts a quarter in, and this is what it said. So Frank was looking at it. This was Brian texting me, and it told him to move forward with his decision, or something like that. So evidently, my fortune teller, and he did move on and made a decision, but I don't want to say what the decision was about. And Brian texted me back and said I probably wouldn't either. But anyway, so based on what Sultan said, he made a decision right there at my house to do something.
Oh, I thought it was whether or not he bought something.
No, it was a personal thing.
Oh, okay.
And so, I don't know if I don't think I'd base my life on a fortune telling machine.
Oh, no. What about the wheel of
I think,
excuse me,
surely he's
what
kidding.
the wheel of fortune? You know,
Oh, the big wheel?
yeah.
I used to serve papers sometimes for lawyers and things.
Yeah.
And there was a fortune teller out to Tullahoma Highway.
Oh,
towards
yeah, I
on the
remember
right.
her.
Yeah.
She
Well, anyway,
was with us all the time.
they couldn't get her to move, so they was serving an eviction notice on her. And when I went out there, there was some man they had a punch thing called the trailer had caught a fire or something. I can't remember what detail.
I remember that.
But anyway, I punched the button and he said, "Yes, who's there?" I said, "But you ought to know, you the fortune teller."
Hey, listen.
Yeah, that's
Speaking
fine.
of her, she used to eat at the restaurant all the time. She sat outside. I guess because people worried her to death. I want the fortune teller or something. But anyway, so she liked her chili. So that one time, Daddy put green peppers in it. And so she sent him a note. She said, "I predict that if you keep putting these green peppers in it, your chili sales are going to go down." And Daddy quit putting it in there. He just did it one time. So
She didn't like
he
that.
believed her. Now, I tell you what, we got one more minute, so I tell you what, don't you want to push that button again?
I have to push it.
Is there anything you want to say, Mr. Producer?
Well, there's some buttons I want to push, though.
Okay, well, push them.
Pushy
All right,
button.
we'll be back with
break.
more Let's Talk Antiques.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
Madeline's Antiques and Uniques at 6107 Murfreesboro Road in Manchester has been helping collectors find just the right thing since 2008. With 40 quality dealers and a constantly changing inventory of collectibles from the 1800s to the present, they have many unique items in the store and new things coming in daily. Are you looking for the perfect lamp or clock to finish your collection? A vintage lunchbox from your childhood? Well, you can find that plus any number of other unique items in their huge building. With their easy access off I-24, they meet many travelers from around the world and just around the corner that come to buy and sell antiques, or just to stop and have a free cup of coffee and a cookie while browsing around the store. Come visit owner Madeline Kemp and travel back in time at Madeline's Antiques and Uniques. So many memories.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
We would like to thank Dr. David Florence for supporting Let's Talk Antiques. See Dr. Florence at 804 Kalon Street in Manchester for all of your medical needs. Call 728-5522 for your appointment today. Most insurances accepted.
All right, folks, we're back once again with Let's Talk Antiques.
Okay.
And we're talking about the American Picture Show.
Yeah. So one of the things I sold them was the Chicago Motor Club I sold it to Frank. That's the biggest piece he bought.
Right.
Mike bought a whole lot more, like 5 times more. than
What
Frank
kind of
did.
smalls did Mike buy?
Mike didn't really buy them. He bought a microphone. He bought,
Mostly large.
well, if you want to count Skeeter Davis. you
Or
know.
the car,
Yeah.
the other car.
Yeah.
Did he buy the Skeeter Davis stuff?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. So the Chicago Motor Club, we went to Mr. eBay, and I sold mine. I wanted 1,000. I started out 1,000. He offered 9, so
Yeah.
we sold it for $950, right?
I heard that.
Okay, so here's how much one equal to what I had on eBay.
9 bids for $818 and $150 shipping though. So that was what, $960, something
Yeah.
close to $960.
Right.
So just right at, you gave him a $10 deal because
Well,
you didn't have to ship it.
The thing, had I sold mine for $950, I would have got the $160. So you really can't count the shipping.
Well, you see, these probably have skyrocketed in value since Monday night when you.
I bet they have, because these are completed auctions. When were they
Well,
sold?
yeah.
May 5th.
Yeah.
There you go. So that. Oh no, that was June.
Well,
Okay, sorry.
watch that show. And stuff.
So that and sold in May, so if they'd have held on to it to after June,
There you
they'd
go.
probably made more money.
That makes
And the other one brought $810, didn't it?
34 bids,
Yeah.
and it only had $60 shipping.
Yeah.
So.
But really, you can't count the shipping, because if I sold one for $950, I'd get paid to ship it too, you know.
Well, true.
So I got the worth of it. I mean, you know, mine wasn't like mint, but it was in pretty doggone good shape.
It looked.
Now the Skeeter Davis, you know.
Yeah, that's you can't really find something comparable on.
No. What did you
eBay
find
for
on
that.
Skeeter Davis? No, I had her passport. I had letters that Ralph Emery wrote her, love letters.
Yeah.
I had a book of unpublished songs. You know how artists do, right? Because you
that
you
would
work
be
with.
great.
Yeah, it was just one of those spiral folders, and so it had a lot of songs in it. And I told him, I said, now you do know that if you sell any of them songs, I want some of the profit on that. He ain't gonna give me all the profit because he bought the thing. I mean, the deal's a deal as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
right, yeah.
There is.
But anyway, and I had pictures signed. But that passport was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I had
the
a lot
passport was
of
nice, yeah.
pieces.
But I didn't see them going through, like 10 wind-ups.
No, they
They
here's
just didn't have time. There's no
right.
way.
There ain't. I mean,
No way in the world.
and didn't you hear what he said when he first started? He said, "Now look, this guy's organized, so he's going to be tough to buy from. So we need to find the
Yes.
unique things that he's not got a bunch of. Like I got 22 Coke buttons, and I got like 37 different gas pumps, and I got 65 different drink machines. So they didn't even try to buy none of that. They should have.
They do. They could if they got their arts right.
Yeah, they buy the whole place. They got the heart right. I can always buy more.
Yeah.
Right.
There you
So
go.
what did you find on Skeeter Davis?
Skeeter Davis, I found a rare promo album from for like a radio station.
Yeah.
That was promo only. Oast Country Boy.
Yeah.
Skeeter Davis, Sheb Woolsey, and Grandpa Jones. They were wanting $150 for it. It looks like a single. And they took a best offer. 5 Skeeter Davis albums went for $36.09 as a buy it now. Here's the Skeeter Davis CD. Here's the Answer went for $37.12. So not a lot of stuff from her. No autograph stuff at all.
Well, there is one thing. I seen an album or something that was autographed, but it wasn't expensive. But here's the thing. It's almost like that texture of the driver's license. I mean, this passport of hers, that's one of a kind thing, you know. That songbook is one of a kind thing.
Yes.
So Mike's got a good eye. I mean, he knows that the common stuff like the records and just regular autographed pictures, he knew what he was doing. That's a good piece. In Nashville, he said he would bring 3,000, probably bring more than that
Well, they're building.
as a collection.
They're building a new bluegrass Hall of Fame in Kentucky. They called me the other night, want to know what I would donate. I said, I don't donate.
Yeah. Well, what you
How alone?
ought to say was, I'm building one too. Well, you gonna donate me?
Yeah. Well,
So, did we talk about the Kiss?
We did not. No.
Okay, so one of the things that that our man Frank bought was a Kiss lunchbox. It was just in average shape, no thermos. I think, well, didn't we get $35 for it?
$35.
I've seen him buy lunch boxes.
And those Kiss lunchboxes range from, people somewhere around $350 to in fantastic condition.
That's mint.
Yeah,
Kiss.
to down to $25. So there is a whole lot of.
The one equal to mine was, 25.
35.
Yeah,
so
so
there was somewhere in there. So,
but I'll tell you something. Y'all watched the show. Did any of you wonder why when I sold him that syrup can, which would have brought $50 or $60 all day long, why I only sold it to him for $5? Didn't y'all notice I sold it to him for $5?
I never did know.
No, it was
No.
it was a
Ohio
it was a
maple
can.
syrup.
maple syrup.
It was just a can.
Gallon
Jug,
can.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I sold it to him for $5 because they bought a lot of stuff from me, and he said, "What do you take for this?" I said, "I don't have one of these." I said, "You can just have it." And he said, "No, I don't want to do that." I said, "Well, $5," and that's where the $5 come in.
Yeah.
Because I was going to give it to him, and he didn't want to do it. And another, how much time we got?
About 4 minutes.
Okay. Another interesting piece I sold him was a Shell oil bottle. Did you see those?
Yeah.
I sold it to him for $100. So those bottles will bring, you can go ahead and look them up, Shell oil bottle. They'll bring
Those bottles bring pretty good money.
from $70 to a couple hundred, depending on the bottle.
Yeah.
So I got the fair. They gave me a fair market value for my Shell. Keep going. I'll show you one. Keep going. There's one.
Yeah.
They didn't try to get it for
that
nothing.
and they wanted 185, but they took less. So
About
they probably
150.
Yeah, and then go on down. You'll see. You can't do that because it's got a lid on it. The lid alone's worth a lot of money.
Okay. There's another one for
103. Yeah.
So yeah. So
And then there's another one right there. Not that one because that's not that one right there is though. So that's less than 100
$100. Yes.
because
somewhere
it's buy
less
it
than-
now.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so you can see there's one for 80 and there's one for 66. And so the $100 was more than fair.
Yeah.
So I mean I here's my saying, and I've always said this, and this is how it's going to be if you swap and trade with me or buy. I do not want the buck to stop with me because if it stops with me, you'll never be back to buy nothing
That's
else.
exactly right. You got to leave them some wiggle room.
I want
I've
everybody
always
to
done
make
that.
money if they deal with me,
Yes.
especially on this kind of stuff.
Because that's what they're there for.
Well, I mean, you're not going to come back if you pay all it's worth and you end up losing
And you're sitting
money.
there, you can't do anything with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
You know?
Unless you're a collector. And here's something I want to make clear with everybody.
But even
I am a collector, but really, I'm an investment collector.
Yes.
Two things I think you ought to invest in. One's real estate, and then the other is this vintage oil cans and gas pumps and Coke machines and signs and all the different type of.
But do
you
your
gotta
research
know
first.
Yeah, you got to
Don't
know what
just
you're
go out
doing.
and start.
So I am a collector, but I'm an investment collector. I collect this stuff for an investment. So everything I sold to pickers, I made money on.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's just like you sitting there swapping and trading stocks, and you're buying and selling with the market.
Right.
And you're watching the market.
Well, yeah, so you got to
Just like
watch the market.
A broker would watch the
Yeah.
stock market.
Oh yeah, you got to watch the market.
Same thing.
But I'll tell you something. Like I said, the real estate is a good thing, and so is this antique. But you got to know what you're doing.
Yes. You certainly do.
You know what? I don't think you're gonna get to push the button anymore because I think we're done.
I think we're done too.
All right,
Are we done with that?
we're done.